I'm at this place called Apr2026 on the way to Bridestowe, and I think I've actually possibly been up there. I think this is a place I may have been talking about in one of my videos, which is the end of the Fernworthy circuit we did last year, and it connects up to the road here. No, this might be a different one actually, but there's a public footpath that goes off that way, which I think would take me to lake, like the Bearslake Inn basically. But the thing about it, I was going to do it today because, as you can see, there's a bit of sun around, but it's also predicted rain, and it's been after rain, and there's tons of mud there. It's very muddy, so I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to wait until it's been after a bunch of sunny days to do it. I am, however, enjoying the sunshine. And this road surfacing here, this is pretty good. I haven't seen this in many places in Devon. It's like this light beige coloured stuff, not quite the same as normal tarmac. But yeah, it's weird. It's forecast to rain, but we just got a ton of sunshine for some reason. So yeah, I'm not complaining. I'll make the most of this while it's here until it does rain. This is pre-work shift walking again, guys, for a few days. Things that are fixed. My window in the car is fixed. It goes up and down now. My rib thing from the camping, that's kind of fixed. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's fixed, but I don't feel it anymore. Sometimes I feel something slight there, but mostly not. And my insurance for the year on my car, that's been renewed, so that's fixed. Shame to see a big tree felled like this. I'm just walking this way. Maybe I'll bump into the other footpath crossroads thing if I keep going this way. This is my pre-work walk for today. Sowerton Tors looking quite nice through that gap there. They are in the dark though. Ah, oh, lovely sun. Yeah, what else is fixed? Well, I need one more fix on my car. One more fix. I mean, I just paid insurance. It's still ridiculously costly each year. I don't think my no claims bonus thing is working. It must be just the insurer I'm using, so I should jump to a different one next year, I think, that's cheaper. Here's a little gate. You get views past the gate. A little bit of views. We might bump into the crossroads footpath up here somewhere. Problem is, I've now entered a region of cowy smell. Yuck. I think that's where we may have seen cows before. Yeah, I feel like I've walked this. I must have come out of that Apr2026 place from Fernworthy down, walked along this, thinking it was somewhere completely different that I've never been before, and then gone left into the next, I think, public footpath. Well, the cowy smell's going away. That was quick. Here we go. I think following this line of trees, I can see a public footpath or bridleway marker up there. Sign. Fernworthy and Higher Fernworthy. Yeah. No. I can't have done Apr2026 before. I think it goes even further. Right, okay, I haven't come out of Apr2026. That must be fully private. It just has a public footpath past it, which I've never noticed before. So there's actually like 3 or more separate public footpaths along this bit. I didn't realise. So that's Fernworthy, High Fernworthy. I must have come up there after walking Fernworthy down from Lidford. What's it say up there? Public byway. And a lot of little badges. It's got a Keep Devon shipshape sign. My god, it's been a while since I saw one of those last. I think the last one I saw was in like Ivy Bridge. Used to see them all the time. Now they're not around so much. Might be like an anti-littering badge or something. But yeah, let's have a look at the pretty field. Wow. Lovely bit of colour today. So I must have come out here, and I remember this because I remember seeing that. And knowing that I wasn't going up that day. But I think that might be one worth going up. In fact, I might go up it a little bit today, perhaps. Public Byway, Dartmoor Way, West Devon Way as well, and a Keep Devon Shipshape sign. So it's like partially a road, I guess. It's a park track. I came out there that day, and then I walked down there, and that must have been where the cow... Yeah, so after completing the Western Line on Dartmoor, I don't like covering like the same ground over and over again, so I don't particularly enjoy that much revisiting tours I've been to and stuff. Sometimes I like it. Most of the time I'm like, well, I've kind of been there, I know what's there. I don't need to go back unless it's to camp or if it's to see a special weather condition or see what it looks like at sunset or something. So what I've been doing more and more now is finding bits of Dartmoor between the tours, where I lay kind of like a pink line. I lay these like either pink or teal place marker lines, like paths on Google Earth, of places that I haven't walked that I'd like to walk in future, that I skipped, that were like between the tours sort of thing. So that's the Dartmoor side of things. And then more and more I've also been looking at all the public footpaths of Devon, which aren't like, it's not like tour bagging or anything, but there's lots of different kind of stuff to see that you don't normally see when you're tour bagging on these kind of routes. That's a weird angle on Great Links tour, I think. We're side on to one of the stacks. Very strange. Yeah, and sometimes you bump into like woodlands and things, streams. Some woodlands are samey, but some woodlands are different and they have special stuff. I don't particularly like crossing farmers' fields, especially when there's cows and things in the field that you have to worry about. But there's a lot of them on the public footpath. But you jump from, you know, cow fields to public footpaths to footpaths through woods to road walking, and then occasionally you're lucky enough to bump into like a down that is a little bit like Dartmoor when you're on it. And those are quite nice to walk on because I'm used to that kind of walking. Okay, the mud is increasing a little bit. But yeah, this is the one. I thought it was the one back there, but this is the one that takes you to Lake and Bearslake. So I might only go this far today really, but once it dries up I think I'm going to have another crack at this one and the other ones. I've also looked at some public footpaths around Horrobridge that I'd like to walk, which I'm sure I did a couple of when I was a kid, just because my friend lived there and took us up to a place. Yep, back down again. Behind a house in Horrobridge, which used to be our local convenience store when we were kids going to school there, is a footpath which I've seen a tiny bit of when I was a kid. And now I'm thinking, oh, I want to go back there and just like do the big loop, because there's a giant loop. There's several footpaths back there just lurking behind Horrobridge, near the bridge, that you don't really know about. I think they're like north of the bridge, I would say, with a vague picture of the map in my mind. There's several different ones you can take. One of them goes like Monkswell House or something and then ends up in Sanford Spiney. Another one does a big loop around the back of Horrobridge and passes Grimstone, jumps over the Saltridge Leak, which we were looking at the other day, and goes to Saltridge, which was a place I used to live a long time ago. And I think there's another one you can take which goes to Whitchurch in Tavistock. So all of those look interesting to me. So I might do a little series of video like my Lidford one, where it's like, these are the back alley footpaths behind Horrobridge village. I think every town and village has these little countryside back alley footpaths just kind of around them and like between villages and stuff. And that's the sort of thing that you can link together. You can link them together across the country of England if you wanted to just jump from village to village, town to town. You just open up an Ordnance Survey map and look for these green dotted lines, and they often just like link so many villages, and it's what's between the villages in the countryside on those permissive paths that's quite interesting. You never know what's there until you get on them. And sometimes it's like the hazards, like, oh, you got to cross this field with a cow in it, and then they sometimes swap it to a bull, and it's like, do you really want to do that, or do you want to go find an alternative route around? Yeah, it's a good way of chaining villages together. And then sometimes you get like a way, which are these versions of the green footpaths that are like more formal, and they're just like, you're meant to use this to get far across the country, sort of thing. So I haven't done a way before. Apparently, I think the Dartmoor way, so we saw on this footpath sign up here, you got West Devon Way and Dartmoor Way, and I was actually going, what actually are those? The other day I was opening my maps, and I think the Dartmoor Way, which is this pink one, I think that one encircles Dartmoor, which I wasn't expecting until I saw it. It like goes around the perimeter, around the outside. I was like, is this just going from the north of Dartmoor to the south, or is it going from east to west? It's like, no, none of those. It just goes around, so you can just donut Dartmoor forever on this. I think it's the Dartmoor Way. And then you got the West Devon Way, which I don't know. I think that one just goes up through the towns and villages on the west side, and I see it like everywhere I go. So it's like, oh, okay. Maybe it chains Plymouth all the way up to Oakhampton or something. And then there's that really interesting one I saw the other day, which is like the Devon Heartland Way, which is how you get from Oakhampton to Exeter. You can get to Exeter St David's train station just on public footpaths, and so you're going through Crediton and everything in between. So yeah, I'm just sort of fascinated by the long distance hikes at the moment. I kind of want to do a couple of them. I want to work out what it's actually like walking like that. But I do think I need to buy a bunch of kit, and I'd have to plan it quite a lot and use public transport to get around between the start and finish bits. It will be my birthday in a couple of days. Can't tell anyone because it's on April Fool's Day, so they won't believe me. But I will be 41, I think. Losing track of what my age is. Surprise, motherfuckers, I'm back. I'm back at the apex of our last journey where I turned around last. Cue map to show what we're doing today. Okay, hi folks. Thinking of continuing that trip that I did the other day from Bridestowe. We parked up around this footpath and we walked up to this footpath, which comes up from Fernworthy down. So I'm going to walk up to that footpath and I'm going to rejoin. I'm going to restart the video basically. Next thing you see will be up there where we just were, if I put the previous video before this. And then I think I might do some sort of circuit, so I might come up here. Maybe I'll go up here, which is up near Lake, but I will definitely, I think, come along here. Unfortunately, this bit's on the main road, so I'm not sure how walkable it is. It's a bit of a worry. If it's not very walkable, I won't do it. And then I can come back down here to the footpath, which is behind me, where we parked. It has been 2 days of dry. Yeah, so I'm going to continue up here and try and make a circuit out of it. It's a colder day, as you can see, but it's actually a drier day. And it's been 2 days of dry, including that Willsworthy walk I did the other day. So this track is looking drier than it was when I was last here. So yeah, I'm going to try and get a big walk out of it. I'm out slightly earlier, even though I have a work shift later. So I've got a couple of hours. I've got a couple of hours extra, should I say. So more than 2 hours. Should be ample time to do a big circuit around here. Get a nice big public footpath circuit done. We got some nice views obviously out towards well, we did have some nice views before those trees showed up. Now I can see the south and doors. Random little stone there. Various plants are appearing for springtime everywhere. And I will tell you what the next landmark will be. Okay, so apparently we're in the Crandford region right now. We'll be going through Little Crandford, and I guess there's some houses and stuff either side of the track at that point, and then there's a cross tracks of public footpaths. Left to Bridestowe, which I'm not doing today, or right to the main road to do a circuit, or continue forward to get up to Lake. Now I might actually continue forward up to Lake, then come back to the crossroads and then head to the main road, which is Cranford Bridge, which is where the main road Apr2026 goes over the Granite Way. But instead of going Granite Way, we'll take a little hidden footpath around Great Cranford and Cranford Bridge to get back to where we were, hopefully. And now I can see again Great Links from that weird side angle. Looks odd. Be patient with them, they are still learning. Dude, I'm seeing a house on the right already. It can't be this soon. It can't be this soon. If it's this soon and then the public cross tracks footpath thing is straight after this, then I'm gonna need to make a longer route to walk. But yeah, there's a house here. There's houses on either side. What? That doesn't seem right. We can't be there already. We've only just started. Look, have you seen the bluebells? The bluebells have started coming out. Can we get a better pic of them? Look at that. That's early for bluebells. Some sort of building in there. And another house. See, this is odd. We can't be here already, can we? We might be. Pretty house. There's a sign. There's a public footpath sign. Cheep, cheep, what's up? What kind of bird are you? Oh no, this looks like the cross tracks. I don't know. Let me have a look. Public byway, Dartmoor Way, that's what we're on. What's said? Is anything said on these? I can't see a sign for this one. Which is weird because that's meant to be a public footpath. If it's that one. It's meant to be into Bridestowe. Let's have a look at this one. This one looks like it's got marks on it. Please keep your dog on the line of the path. Do not let it stray public footpath. So yeah, we're where is the line of the public footpath? This is meant to be the cross tracks. That happened way sooner than I thought it would. Okay, let's go to Lake. And then we'll come back to here and do the circuit. That'll make the walk a little longer. My god, that happened quickly. It's like my map is like super zoomed in or something. I was expecting that to take like 4 times as long to reach that bit. God damn. Apparently we're going to cross over a stream on fords and footbridges, and then there'll be a B road. And also going that track to get back, there's also footbridges over a stream. Here it is, I guess. Forward and footbridges, and there's a doggy. Private gate. That's quite a cute little footbridge, isn't it? A mini clapper. You only just need the footbridge. If it was any shallower, you wouldn't need one. Oh, it goes in someone's house. I might see this doggo twice, so I hope it doesn't bark at me loads. Hello doggo, please don't bark at me. Please don't bark at me. Hello? Hello? Oh, you're an old dog, are you? Oh, you're a nice doggo. I might see you on the way back in a sec. Wait, where am I going? What's this? That can't be right. Is that? What's this then? This should be the footpath, shouldn't it? I'm gonna have to check the map, I think. Oh wait, do you walk down here and get cut off? Oh. So this is the road forward with very big rocks. You wouldn't really want to drive your car down here. Yeah, I mean, we could get caught the way over. Don't know about that middle bit. No. Nope. It's deeper than I thought it was. Alright, ooh, lots of gorse flowers. Let's go over the bridge then. I always forget what those roses are called, but they're some kind of rose. Yeah, look at those vibrant gorse flowers.
I'd like to be the singer of a song on old Broadway. The toast of
Oh, these little guys. Not familiar with those. Speaking of being not familiar with things, I was driving to work yesterday, almost hit a bird running across the road like a plump road runner. I saved its life, slowed down for it, but I don't know what it was. It was like one of those kind of quail or grouse or pheasant-y type birds, but maybe it was a female of one of the birds because it was like brown. If anything, it was sort of like the lark colours, you know. I filmed those larks up on Barn Hill the other day. It was like that, but it was like rugby ball sized, plump, like a pear shape. And it was running across the road. Not much of a tail. I don't know what that is. I did film, hey actually, I filmed it on my dash cam. It's not high quality. I'll play it here for you. What is that bird? What is that bird? Can't see too much through there. You can see Great Northern behind the tree. And that is actually, I think we're quite low down because Great Northern is hiding Great Lynx tall behind it. And I think the only way that can happen is if we're quite low down. Well now, the track is ending. I think we're T-junctioning it onto a B road, or a yellow road on the map, public byway. So I think down there, oh look, you can actually see the viaduct. I've shown you that before. There's a viaduct and there's a quarry behind it. Sowerton Tools up here. And yeah, the Bearslake Inn is just down the road here. I'll show you where it comes out. And that way, this West Devon Way footpath continues, I think. Some obscure direction. Okay, let me just show you down here. Oh look, you can actually see Great Lynx has surfaced from behind Great Northern. It was eclipsing it before. So this is the Apr2026. This is a very busy main road and I do not recommend coming out here as a cyclist and thinking you can just drive straight out across this giveaway sign. Well, there is no giveaway sign, straight across this giveaway line. That is the Bearslake Inn on the main road there. And that's the way you walk to get to the viaduct. These guys were very nice. When my car broke down, two dudes in there, they helped push my car to a spot when smoke was coming out and it couldn't go anywhere. Now I've given myself this big hill to do that I just walked down to get back up. I'm going to check the map and have a look at where the normal West Devon Way goes, off into the wilderness that way. Okay, I don't know how well you can see, so I'm just going to plonk down here for a sec. So we came up here from Bridestowe Road, up here, little houses at Little Crandford, that's where the cross tracks was. Came up here, that's where the dog and the footbridges were, and a ford. Came up here. Right, that's the Bearslake Inn where the W is. Left, you see the diamonds, they go to Diggerport, and that becomes Two Castles Trail. That just goes straight into Bridestowe, but a bit of it sparks off to the right, which I can't see on this map because I've cut it. We're, I think, gonna go back on ourselves now to that cross tracks and go in here, as I described earlier, which is taking us through Southerly. God damn, were you filming the whole time? Were you filming the right bit? Let's film my legs walking. Damford Cottage. I guess that's the one with the fords. Let's just go up here, just to the top of this hill here. I think there's like meant to be a three-way crossroads. Just gonna see what that looks like. Oh, we get more expansive views actually. No hedge. Let's get on this island. You can maybe park a car here. Alright, so that one goes to Bridestowe, and that's the footpath. That one I think joins up to the main road higher up the hill from the pub. There's a nice yellowy flower field over there. I've been meaning to try and get to one of those, you know, the very vibrant yellow fields in spring. I don't know what they're growing, but oh my god, a Chinook has turned up on the horizon. Two Chinooks are on the horizon. Dipping underneath the hill, now they're behind the telegraph pole. They're in the valley flying very low. Oh, I can't see them anymore. They're flying so low. Some sort of pretend combat mission there where they dip below the hills so no one can see them. Annoying the local villagers. Anyway, Southampton Tours. I can't remember what that one is. What is that one? That might be Branscombe's Loaf at a weird angle, because there's a weird valley that terminates between the two. Anyway, let's go down and get to that cross tracks and continue the circuit. It's been interesting so far. I've been trying to make the walk slightly longer because it's been so much shorter than I was expecting it to be. So sorry about that, guys. I will chain this onto my rambly rant in the previous video about long distance hikes. Respect private property, hell yeah. Okay, here we are at Little Crandford again at the cross tracks, and oh, I thought there wasn't a sign for the one going to Bridestowe, but there is. It's just completely green now. It's rubbed off. That was the sign I was looking for. Just a green background. Right, so we're going to head through here now, do some sightseeing in Southerly. Okay, so it's it's 4 fields. This first one's a bit odd. It's forwards, then left, then right to a stream. I'm not sure where to do that zigzag. Is there a post or something? Is it around a boundary? No bulls are there. Oh god, are we going to encounter anything in the 3 fields after this? I think we go... Okay, now I'm a bit confused. Do we cut through here? This is confusing now. Do we go down there? Oh, I think I see a public footpath sign. Yes, so it's not that one. There's a style. It's this one. Confusing wood in the field here, distracting me. Seems a bit marshy down there. Different kind of grass. Okay. Slightly less lost. Just this one bit is so weird. The lines aren't very clear. I'm saying we go left, but I mean there's a bridge there. We're aiming for a bridge, right? So I guess we go left across here and then right towards that bridge. Not very clear. If there's like a zigzag in the middle of your field where the public footpath changes, I don't know. I think there should be a post there where the zigzag is. Hopefully this unclear track will take me to that footbridge. What's that? That's not right. Now it's bizarre because the footbridge is there, but there's a sort of a track now over there. I can see why lots of people get lost. Alright, is this a swamp heading for the footpath? It looks like a swamp to me. Yeah, that is a full-on watery bog. Why is the footbridge there? Footbridges. There's more than one. Okay, let's follow this track and hope that this is... It says eventually it goes with a wall on the left. So that will mean down there. And that's not a track. Right, I'm annoyingly lost now. Where's that bridge I saw? It's over there now. This is bizarre. And it's like this is full on swamp wherever these rush things are. And it's not clear where the thing was telling me to go. Where you need more posts. It can't be over there, can it? That's too far. No, it's not over there. Right, I'm gonna have a look at my map and do some navigating. Forward, left, down. I mean, it's like where it says footbridges is also the green of the track. But how the fuck do I get down there? Because there's obviously a giant bog in the way. Why wouldn't you put a big footbridge over the bog? Where do you go? I need to... Right, there's more than one footbridge. I haven't seen the other one. Does it say to cross this field at all? Huh? There's like a mild raised bit above the bog here, but... I mean, you can't walk through any of that to get to that footbridge. Maybe you're meant to walk on this raised bit. That can't be the footbridge. That can't be the footpath, can it? But it is raised, so it does take you past the bog. I don't understand. You can't get through there. Where am I meant to be going? That's bog. That's completely uncrossable. Just completely... Should I have gone to the right back in that previous field? I need to get around the bog. Alright, there's the stile. I'm going to go around this way and see if this takes us around the bog. Now I know where the bog is and what the extent of it is, basically, where the edges are. What if we go up here? Oh god, this was it, I think. It is through the marshy bit though, but there does look like a bit that's stomped out in the marshy grasses. I can hear those Chinooks again. That goes to the footbridge, but is it dry? Or is it bog? Looks like you wouldn't be able to do this on a wet day. I'll stay on the grasses, raise me up a bit. Okay, we're halfway through. Ooh. That was such an awkward line on the OS map. I'm not sure how I'd be able to do long distance hiking if there's going to be so many of those. Just work the fuck out. It's just this tiny little zigzag here. Just work out what we're saying with these tiny lines that overlap half imprinted black lines. Anyway, oh look how red that is down there. Devon County Council, what the fuck? I've never seen one of them before. And what the fuck does this mean? They've just come up with their own signs. What? A red iron looking stream. Okay, there's the other footbridge. So they're not side by side, they're just one after the other. It's got stiles on the footbridge. Some kind of giant cylinder over there. Hello. Oh my god, what? What? This can't be right. The footpath now apparently follows marshland. Okay, let's try it. I'm even looking at where the stepping stone's gone in there, thinking it would sink. Right. Oh. Okay, they need to put in new stepping stones. I've seen they've tried, but oh, that's marshland. Apparently I have to follow this barbed wire fence, hello bumblebee, and veer slightly right toward the end. Okay, let's try it. I don't like it at all, but oh no, oh god, stinger nettles, they'll be huge in the summer. Okay, I think the marshland's turned into a bit of bumpy grassland, so it's alright. That was a horrible bit back there. Okay, I'm not impressed by southerly so far. Oh, between the long grass, I guess. Don't suddenly turn to deep mud, please. Okay, I guess this stuff's not so bad and grows out of dry things sometimes. Okay, how would you do this trip in summer, I wonder? I think it said to go through that gate. Yeah, it must be. Wait, it's not a gate. It's it's a chicane. Okay. Oh, it is kind of a gate. It just closes in an odd way. Alright, where am I going? I think I'm going up there. I can see the road, so I assume so. Powerful little buggers. They're under me now in their little tunnel networks. I think we're getting funneled into a tube, sort of centre right of the field this time. Yeah, I think I can see a gate up there. Great Nodden directly behind it. This is quite meadowy. They're not opening out much, but buttercups. I like buttercups and daisies. They'll be coming out now. Okay, what I'm worried about next is the possibility of having to walk near the main road for a bit up here. I'm gonna have to see what it's like, see if there's a verge. nasty. Oh, Clomposaurus Rex. That fence is going to go at some point. That gate. Oh no, it's not very good. It's not very good up here. Well, you can sort of hear the traffic as it comes up the bend, but it comes so close. It's not wise. Maybe if I can get on the other side near that bollard, perhaps. Okay, I'm making my move. I'm making my move to the other side. Okay, this has a bit of a verge, which is helpful and beneficial. It's not good doing this, but while it's quiet, let's make some ground. Alright. I'm going to try and get over there, hoping that maybe that's where the footpath resumes. Alright, let's see if it's here or if it's meant to be further up. There is a verge up there which I can walk on quite nicely if need be. Okay. It looks like it does go here through between the farmhouses. There's Great Crandford and public footpath. The sign's in a really odd place. It's weird seeing the road from this angle. There's a stream here. Oh, there's a really old bridge there. I didn't know you cross the bridge when you're over there on the road. Right, where's the lights? Where are we going? Between the houses it says. These are still out, they haven't gone yet. Well, some of them are dying. Look out for public footpath signs, because it's weird. It's always weird when you're walking through a farm between the buildings. I only realised when I started doing this that that's a common thing for public footpaths. These doggo. Hello. Please don't bark at me, boy. Are you okay? Good boy. And a cat. Hello, cat. I need to read this thing. Hello, cat. Not that way. Where are the signs? Where are the signs? Change my map now. We're here, upside down, and I'm a bit baffled at the moment. I'm a bit baffled. It can't be through there. Can it go through there? Where's the... Is it through there? It might be through there. It's not up there, because that's just a field with chickens in it. Alright. I think it's this. I hope it's this. But there are no signs anymore, so... Really confusing without the signs. Crandford Bridge. Great Crandford. Oh, that bridge we saw must be called Crandford Bridge. The old one. Barn to the left. Yeah, it seems like walled either side sort of thing. And then there'll be a stream crossing, and then we keep left of a wall all the way back to where we were. If this is the right place, that seems straightforward, but I'm doubting myself right now. I'm in that slightly worried mindset because I've just walked between the buildings of a farm, and I'm constantly like, is this where the footpath goes? It says it goes between two big buildings on the map, but I don't know. My private property senses are tingling. I don't really want to be walking through private property, but it's a map reading fail, isn't it? It looks right at the moment. It's heading in the right direction. There's weird vivid coloured moss down here. Oh, I haven't done a... I can't see any, guys. There's no rocks. Here we go, fence post. Are you liking this video so far? Don't scratch myself on barbed wire. Right, okay, where the fuck are we going here? Straight ahead or into this field? Surely it's straight ahead. Yeah, meh. It opens out from being walled on either side by the looks of things, and then there's a stream crossing, and that does not look like here. because there's no stream in there, so it must still be down here. I think I can see duck boards. Is that there for a purpose? I better get on the right. Oh, I hope there's something to cross over the stream in the field. This does look like it. This does look like the place. Because it opens out. Yeah, there we go. There's a public footpath sign. Worn down like fuck. How am I going to cross the stream? Ah, latches and locks. There's another one. Wait, does the whole thing open? Oh, I think the whole thing opens. It's a gate within a gate. That's cool. Okay. I'm already sinking. Look at this. The entire ground moves, dude. Whoa! Oh, there's tons of water in the ground itself. I have to find a way across. Ah! Where can I go? Can I skirt maybe the fence to get over? Okay, this is bad terrain. I've never seen the entire, is that a rock? I hope so. The entire mud move like in a large area. What do I stand on after this? I guess these hillock bits. Okay, the stream is crossable easily. It's just, look at all these. Why don't they line those up to the gate, I wonder? I think we can cross. Now I've got to figure out where we're going next. Somewhere in this field. Alright, could we have crossed up here, I wonder? We've got to keep close to the fence anyway now. It's a bit murky there. I think we would have had trouble both ways. Yeah, I've got to keep close to the fence and then we'll get back to where we were. It's just weird terrain right now. Oh, hold on, there's a public footpath pole over there which is away from the fence, but the OS map says go near the fence. I've just veered away from the fence to get to the pole and now I have to veer back to the fence again. That's a cool, like, double tree in the middle of the field. I'm sure I can show you something which is a simulacra of something real, which like haunted my dreams and nightmares as a kid, I guess. It's sort of based on a tree that's like that. In my granddad's house, upstairs I think, somewhere, there was a painting, a big painting of a tree or two trees, kind of like that. And they were lit in this eerie, weird light. It's kind of like they were lit from one angle red, and then from the opposite side, like blue or yellow or something. I think it was like two colours, it might have been three, but... And I emulated it. I did a little painting on my DeviantArt where I tried to remember something about the painting, and I could put that on the screen here. And you know, it's not the actual painting, it's nothing like what the actual painting was, apart from there was this, I mean, it was like a really well painted, high quality watercolor of a giant oak tree, I think, at night, with two bright light sources either side of it. And it's like one of those War of the Worlds things. It's just like, you look at it for ages and it's terrifying and it grows in your mind and you're like, this is like some dark fantasy place, and then you have dreams and nightmares about that place. Anyway, that's what that reminds me of. I think we're almost back. There's a tractor there, muck spreading. Yeah, I think this gate might signal that we're almost back at the road, possibly. The avenue of trees at Bridestowe, or at least the bit underneath that, further down from that, lower than the Granite Way. That's where we've been today. Big old tractor. One more obstacle before we're free. It's like a floodplain. Okay, got my boot caked in mud right at the end. We got the sun coming out. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on this circuit, which ended up being moderately long, all things considered, when we added everything together. It's been alright. I thought it was going to be too short at first, but we made it longer. Thank you for watching.
So here's the news at noon, the news at 6, the news at 10. So cue the drums, we're on in 5, and by the chimes of old Big Ben, I'm tuning out, I'm going blind. I think I've caught an 8-track mind from all this TV. Oh no.